Hello, I'm Fiona Wright. I'm reading to you from Gadigal land, although some of these poems were written on Darawal land, which is where I grew up. We're joined today by Virginia Woof, who is my companion in isolation and doesn't really let me sit down without joining me. So the first poem is called After Mutability. Perhaps the best cells are the ones we can't kill off. A persistence of the fittest, although mutations always painful. It's 2014, and I know no one who has been uninjured. It thinks in me, this shadow. I put on sunscreen, and am surprised to come in contact with my skin. In the same day, I'm chatted up in a cafe by an aspiring novelist who's using boldface and an ugly font, and the woman who I pay to tear the hair out of my legs offers me a discount because my skinny limbs won't use much wax. In the same day, I watch a woman in pink board shorts hold out white bread for a spring-loaded terrier, an ancient cyclist on City Road with bubble wands mounted to his handlebars, although they say this place is gentrified. Mutations never simple. I dream my top teeth shatter, turn to chalk dust in my mouth. So I am in the world-scaping jaw. This is Domestic Interior, which is the title poem of my latest poetry book. I had a mirror mounted opposite the window and the steady hum of light refracting. I have lived in a belly of sun. I have been loved inside this house and I have cried. I have danced in this kitchen, and though my potted herbs have always died, I have loved this house. How do these houses hold us? According to our bond, no less. I have learned to walk bruiseless to the bathroom in the dark. I think I understand the dream sometimes, the moulded plaster grapes guarding my sleep, the car doors that applaud each movement of the drinkers down the street. My misdirected nail will outlast me, dead skin dusting the most awkward corners, the illegal blue tack I can't peel from the pale walls. I box my books up alphabetically, the bare room's echo, hum. The next poem, when I find it, is, it's a poem about loneliness. I've got a few of those. It's called Marrickville. Later that night, I cut the plastic boning from the bodice of my dress. No need for structure over summer. There were bruises on my knees I didn't recognize. I saw us all that day, all day, projected on a big screen. The bathtub underneath the orange tree, crushed grass imprinted on my shins, warm sangria out of mugs. My feet grew numb beneath my hips, a saturation. I still felt overseen when I walked home, alone and shouldered. I watched a black light flick behind a balcony, a woman neon lit, crush out a cigarette and turn to give a kiss. It takes 3 keys to open my front door. This poem is called Flowering Cherry. There's a story in the suburbs where I come from, that a midwife delivered jacaranda seedlings to the backyards of the babies whose heads she'd held in her barked hands. You see them now, a haze along the train line, in these days of new and cautious warmth, when I walk along the wide main road that joins our suburbs, further north, far older. The white cherry trees are only just uncurling, and the blossom is soft as new skin. When we met, these were dry branches, barely there. And this poem is called Almost or Barred because it's almost an or barred. 748, give or take, kilometres of distance. My fingers are star-like, longing for orbits of their own. How can I feel gazed upon? I have lived all these years as a child. My small body curled in a king-sized hotel bed. The plastic bottles of pale green conditioner, miniature gin, a paper seal across the toilet seat. That's Millie. I want so much to be historical to myself, although I know that no one gets to feel this new, to feel this first at 30. What is this then, this fragile morning? What of the cost if I am enviable? What might we carry in the radio waves of our own pulses, our own dry-skinned digits, in the spaces where we coalesce and where we long and wonder. And I have one more poem, which is called Set Piece. Strange that there are sequences we live as cinema. If I looked over my shoulder, I might recognize the front wall of my bedroom opened out towards the camera. My furniture is hollow as a stage prop. I am vicarious to myself, strange that sometimes we recognize significance instead of burning it back in much later and imperfectly. Some nights I wake up gasping at the air. I dream I'm trying through my sleep to speak, to call your name, but I can't will my mouth to move. If we are unknown even to ourselves, how can we try to hold each other still? I sit against my bedhead, my knees press against my breasts. Outside are stars, a car door slamming, the last train shunting back into the depot. Thank you.